Hi. For this vision that I got in August, I saw like on a wall the letter M followed by 2113, and a voice again saying Monday the 21st of 2013. So I'm used to now hearing voices, so I'm in like my own voice again. So it didn't take me by complete shock, but and with that was this is the beginning, and like, so I got the sense of feeling that this is when everything's going to start. Now I knew that, and that's when I like sort of got confused here because I knew judgment starting in 120 days, so this is the start of what, and it just didn't make this one confused me to no extent because I felt like that was the shortest thing that I had, and it had no connection to the Bible. I couldn't find any reference to this to the Bible, and it really stumped me. So, but the only thing I did find, which was interesting, was from the Jewish the Jewish calendar. If you look that up, it actually has the I'm just gonna pull it up. It's actually when the first day of the flood is, I believe. So if you look up, I'm just going to do that now, which is basically. So this is in October. Okay, so sorry, I missed something. So I looked up when I did a Google search to find out, when is the 21st of 2013, and I found that the first one's January, so obviously this is not something that's in the past, or maybe it's telling me that something happened in January, but I don't believe that to be so. So the next date that you get the 21st in is basically Monday the 21st of October, and that kind of made more sense because I knew Judgment's coming in November, so okay, something's gonna happen in what you may call it on October 21st. So when I looked it up, I couldn't find anything. But the only reference I could find was in Jewish history, which is interesting. It talks about when the Great Flood begins, and if you do this up on Chabad.org, you find that it says the rain began to fall on the 17th of Cheshvan of the year 1656 from creation, flooding the earth and rising above the highest mountains. Only Noah and his family survived in the ark built to that end by divine command, and a pair of each animal species who entered with him into the ark. I don't think God's telling me to build an ark, but I think this is basically that when the great flood begins, and that was interesting because when I read that great flood begins, it matched the feeling that I got that this is when everything's going to start. So I know God said that He's not going to destroy the entire world by a flood, but maybe there might be some flooding that would start on this day. I don't know. But the other thing that I have to tell you is that this date has been revised. So it's not going to be on the same day anymore. So now it's going to be a little bit earlier than this. I'm not going to tell you the date because I had this dream. And in this dream, so I'll tell you about this dream first and then I'll explain it. It says, so in this dream that I got in September, there was this world event taking place, and for some reason it was about the magnetic pole shifting, that was forecasted to take place a particular date. Now the date that this is supposed to was forecasted is obviously the 21st of October, and that's the link to it. So based on that, a training class was organized, and I was the person who was supposed to speak at this event because I knew the most about it. I know nothing about the magnetic pole shifting. Okay, I'm no scientist or anything like that. I mean, I've read about it, yes, but I have no in-depth knowledge to be a specialist or to be the feature trainer for that because I know nothing about it to that extent, right? But what was interesting was on that day I was getting ready to go for this training because I had to speak at this time, but I was running late, and as I was on my way on my way there, this if the event took place before I could even get there, and basically what happened this event was the whole world shook. It was just like it was a jerk, like it was just basically like it jerked everybody. And I remember all glass that was on the walls and everything, all that fell down, but no building got damaged, like no structure got damaged. It's just glass broke, and and no one got hurt. I mean, there was nothing, like nothing dangerous or bad about the earthquake. It was just basically a sign. It was just basically, this is a warning sign, so that people realize that like God is telling you, get ready. Like, this is when things start. I mean, that's what I've understood. Now, if this event should take place as forecasted, it will be before Monday the 21st. That's what I was made to understand. And basically, I'm not supposed to train anybody or basically maybe tell them the date. I don't know. So that's the only reason why I'm not telling anybody the date or the time, because I know the time. Because it came in the dream, and I know the date, but I'm not saying anything. But all I can say is that it's going to happen before this date. So I'm just waiting and counting down to when for this event to take place right now. And again, prepare for this event. I don't know what to prepare for this event, to be honest with you. But the only thing I can tell you, because the magnetic pole shifting came to be. So if this thing happens and the media tells you that it's because of the magnetic pole shifting, don't believe it's because the magnet. I mean, maybe the magnetic pole shifted or whatever to help create this event that can be felt across the whole globe at the exact same time. But it's not that. It's not a scientific explanation. This is God that's doing this, and that's why you're gonna experience this. And don't believe the media if they try to explain it off by science. Please, this is. I mean, if it happens before this date, this is truly what God has spoken. And therefore it's God related. It is not something that it's like you brush it off at science and you forget about God. Please don't. Jesus is here to save you and help you. Please don't forget that, and don't brush the stuff off that you see by science. There's a lot of stuff that can't be explained. Trust me. I'm seeing stuff that I would never dream that could be even possible. So if this happens, I'm waiting for it. I think it's based on today's date, it's like about 22, 23 or whatever days for it to happen. So if this happens, the magnetic pole, again, like I said, might attribute to it, but that's not the reason. It's God doing this. So please take heed and be ready, because judgment's going to follow this, right? And other disasters and stuff that's going to come about. So make sure you're on the right side and you're with Jesus here, because Jesus is going to save you. And build that relationship up with Jesus. Thank you.